Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're just going to be doing a week in my journals video. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to keep on updating this and that I won't forget and have you by the wayside. Already, I have forgotten and it is Tuesday. I meant to do this on Monday, but what are you going to do? Life is life, and man. So yeah, we're going to go through the journals that I need to update really quick. I have a reading journal I need to update, my Hobonichi Techo A6 that actually isn't behind. I just have to do yesterday's entry. And then I have a reading update / little haul that I need to get to, just to show you guys what I'm reading, because that's a thing that I do a lot around here. So we're going to be doing that. And then I wanted to show you my little pocket journal that I've really enjoyed using so far as like a daily get off your phone kind of a thing. And it's really helping. And so I think those videos that you see on YouTube that are like, I used a pocket journal for a year and now I don't use my phone and my phone bill is now 5 cents a month. It actually does work. I'm only a couple days in, but so far it's working. So we're going to get to all that, but let's start with updating let's do my reading journal first, because I need to get the pictures up and do all that. So let's get started. So my reading journal is kind of like in a bunch of different places, to be fair, but the covers, the thing that I like updating the most is in here, just in my Hobonichi weeks. And let's see, I have 4 book covers that need to be placed. So yeah, I read The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I read Vicious by V.E. Schwab, Dead But Dreaming of Electric Sheep by Paul Tremblay, and a while ago I read The Tenant by Frida McFadden. So we need to cut these up. I don't know where my actual cutting board is, so I'm going to grab some scissors, I think. So that's that. And then I guess I'm going to update my weekly spread and see what happens. Okay. So I did this spread and I did a little short on it. So here's what it is. And then I'm going to go through, yesterday was Monday. I'm going to just do a 1 through 5 of how the day was. I think it was a 4. It was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I had a good day. Tasks, I didn't write those down, but do I have any tasks to do today? Not super pressing. Oh, I need to read more of the Odyssey, which I will talk about in a second. Okay, did I walk yesterday? I did. I read water. I had a good amount of water, almost 80 ounces. I need to drink more water. I've used to be such a good water drinker, and I've been slacking. Like, I love water, so I need to do that more. Handstand, check, check. Spanish, yep. I did not stretch though yesterday, and I should have. And then for today, I did walk. I'm gonna do some more walking today. I read quite a bit. Water, I can't say that yet. Handstand, yes. Spanish, I've not done my Spanish yet, and I need to stretch today because if I don't, my muscles will start to seize up. So that needs to happen. I'm gonna throw these away. And yeah, I think that's it for my week's portion. Okay. In my A6, let's see what happened. So I need to update Monday, which is yesterday, and then later today I need to do Tuesday. But I just want to show you what I did on Saturday and Sunday because I thought it really turned out kind of gorgeous. And I'm not great at like spreads and making sure things look cohesive, but I think I did manage to do it because like look at this. This was the past 2 days before that. Like that looks terrible. I don't like that. I like this. This was good. So like I had a book that I started reading. I took the signed copy sticker off and just put it in here as a little bit of ephemera. I used some stickers, a little bit of washi tape from a stickers sheet set because I need to use my stickers, you guys. And this is your sign. Use your stickers. And then I have Sunday, my dad gifted me a copy of the Iliad because I mentioned that I was reading the Odyssey. And he was like, well, have you read the Iliad? And I was like, no, I don't own that. And I don't own the Odyssey either. Like, I'm using a copy that I borrowed from him. So he got me my own copy of the Iliad, which I thought was really nice. So yeah, we're going to do that later today. We're going to fill this out with Monday and today. Might as well do that at the same time. So that's that. Like I mentioned, I was gifted a copy of the Iliad, which I did not expect him to get me a copy in the first place, and I didn't expect him to get me such a beautiful copy. It is a cloth-bound edition, the Penguin Classics edition, and I just think that I don't like getting these types of books because I can't write in them, but this is a beautiful copy, and I'm so excited to have it. And I think that this translation is going to be an easy one to read. Apparently it was originally translated by E.V. Ryu and revised and updated by Peter Jones. So yeah, and I hate that he got me this now because I'm currently reading the Odyssey right now, and I'm kind of far into it, so I can't really stop and go back, but I'm currently on page 312 or 13, I can't really remember. And I have about, I want to say a little less than halfway to go. But yeah, I'm loving this book, you guys. I'm reading it not to watch the movie because I don't go to movies nowadays because I don't like the movies that are coming out, and I hate that they're changing so much about the Odyssey. Like, I really don't like it, so I'm not going to be watching the movie, but I am reading the book. This one was translated by Robert Fagles, and I think it's a great translation. Yeah, I love the writing. I think that Homer, if he was a man or several people, did a great job of, writing this epic. So I'm really enjoying this. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this today or tomorrow, but you'll see, you'll know. And I have another channel that's a book channel, and I post videos there, so I'll be doing a whole reading experience with this. And then yesterday, I went to the bookstore and I picked up one singular book because I finished Leviathan Wakes, which is book 1 in the Expanse series. And so I was like, I need to read Caliban's War. So I'm going to read this soon. This is a space odyssey, epic, like sci-fi thriller mystery series by James S.A. Corey. And we just follow all of these people, these Martians, these Belters and Earthlings, as they kind of try to stay alive in this crazy world, or in this crazy solar system. And book 1 left off on such a tragic ending for one of the characters, but also such a beautiful ending. And yeah, I can't wait to get to know the new main character that we have. And yeah, I'm like 40 pages in because I also have the library book, or I also have the audio from the library. So I'm doing an immersive experience, and it's really fun. So I do recommend reading the Expanse series. So yeah, I will catch you guys up later, maybe with a more from what is happening in this little pocket notebook. But until then, I will catch you guys later on in the video. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to the end of this little put together vlog. Yeah, so it's been about a week and I have not updated, incrementally as I had wanted to, but I think it's okay because, that's kind of how it goes with my journaling anyway. I kind of dip for a couple days and then I always find my way back to my various journals. But yeah, I don't have my Hobonichi A6 with me because I think it's downstairs somewhere in my journaling bag, my house purse. And I I can't decide if I'm going to keep using it because I'm really enjoying my Stalogy A5. I really like it, and I feel like I want to keep using this. And I'll show you a couple of the spreads in here that I have gotten done. Like I just had like a big session yesterday and I was really into it. So that's that. But before then, I finished a book and I read the majority of it in like 3 days, which that's not to say that it's the fastest I've ever read a book, but it's like, it was entertaining me. So I read The Long Walk by Stephen King. This was originally written in his pen name, Richard Bachman. And this might be my favorite Stephen King book, and I feel guilt saying that because I would not recommend this to nearly anyone. Stephen King's writing, especially back in the day, it was very slur heavy, very graphic and unnecessary sexual themes and premises, but I still love this book. And this, if you don't know what this is, it was turned into a movie last year. It actually came out on my birthday. I did not go see it, but I watched a couple trailers, and the trailers and like the reactions that I saw from people, they made me want to pick this up. So I did, obviously. And like I said, I loved it. This is about a dystopian society where, in the book at least, there are 100 contestants or volunteers chosen to represent their country in this annual long walk that they do, where you have to walk until you are the last man standing. There is no finish line. You don't get to stop. There's no stopping. If you do, you get 3 warnings, and on the 3rd warning, if you don't keep walking, if you slow down below, in the book it's 4 miles per hour, which is just horrendous. I would never want to walk that fast for that long. They're going up steep inclines at certain points. But if you stop walking at that speed for, however many, I think it's like 2 minutes between, when you stop and when you have to start, then they shoot you and you die. So it is a very gruesome and some would say unnecessary premise or book. This walked so the Hunger Games could run. This is actually Stephen King's first novel that he started writing that got published. So that is crazy. I think he wrote this when he was in college, I think. And it was a direct response to the war happening, especially the Vietnam War. And those themes are really prevalent in the book. Like the fact that it is so trivial and and the fact that it's voluntary, but the characters in the book go, but have you ever known anybody who hasn't signed up for it? So it just makes you think a lot about life in general and about masculinity in this novel. And my favorite character, my favorite walker, Stebbins. Love you, Stebbins. So I read that, give it 5 stars. I would not recommend that to almost anyone, though. Read at your own risk. Also, it can be a little bit, like I said, there are lots of sexual things in this novel, and you'd think, people are walking for however long. How can you have that in a novel? You can, and it's at times kind of gross, but I still liked it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know why this does it for me, but it does. So yeah, I did do a little bit of journaling. I also reconfigured my Stalology because I really wanted to really use this. So I have a little vision board thing for the second half of the year. And then I did, I don't know if I showed you this, but I did do an Odyssey review. I hate that my fountain pen, for whatever reason, the ink in it wasn't sat in the right way. So you can't, it starts off great and then it gets really iffy in the middle because it wasn't in correctly, and then it got good after that. So the opacity is actually there. But yeah, read the Odyssey, loved it, 5 stars. I will never see the Odyssey, the new movie. I won't see it. Don't ask me to. I won't watch it.
And then I had a whole spread for yesterday, which was the 19th. It was Sunday. And I just journaled about my review of the long walk and how I liked it. A quote here about being the rabbit that Stebbins was. Um, I actually wrote this all in my Uniball 1 pen in, I think this is 0.38. Yes, 0.38, because I like a thin but juicy pen, so this is what I use for that. And then over here, I just did a little journaling about, oh, so there was a Coffee Monsters Co. sale, not sale, nothing was on sale. It was just a drop of like discontinued stuff and last calls for things. And usually when those things happen, I don't end up getting any of the items because I'm too late and people are aggressive. So I was aggressive this time and I picked up a couple things, didn't need them, but I wanted them. And that's that on that. And then I'm really enjoying the little bits because I saw there is a creator here named Charlotte and of course Bronte Swanick. They do little like collages and it's really inspired me to try and do that. I'm not great at it, but I like what I did. So I did it. There you go. So that is my little update for my Stalology. I also, you don't care about this, but I also put stickers on the back. So that happened because I was kind of bored yesterday. But yeah, so I'm liking this. I don't like my cover because this is what I had for the cousin and it does not fit my half-year Stalology. So it's a little gapey, but I figure if I keep putting things in it, it'll fill out. And so that'll be good. Other updates. I did fill out a little bit more of my hobonichi weeks. I did not fill out all that, but sometimes I don't do that. But yeah, and I didn't fill out my 1 through 5 little thing, but you know, it's fine. And then I should start on this week, but I have not yet. I don't really know what I'm doing with this at the moment. This might just be planning this week. I don't know. It might be best if that happens. So that's that. Books I'm reading currently. I'm currently listening to the audio of, and I'm currently reading and tabbing. Like, I love this book. Currently reading Caliban's War, which is by James S.A. Corey. It's a sci-fi, space opera, thriller, mystery, what have you novel. And I love it. I love it so much. But I'm reading it with my eyes like almost closed or listening to with like trepidation because I don't want any of my characters to die, and I feel like one of them will, because you can't be too precious with characters. You got to kill your darlings, as the authors say. But while I'm reading this, I will let you know how I feel about this when I get to the end. I think I'm definitely past this point, so I'm probably over 400 pages in. I'm really loving that. And then while I'm doing that, I have been getting back into my crochet work. I have tried to crochet a sweater many times. The first time I didn't know how to crochet and I had picked up crochet and I started to make a sweater. Went terribly. The second time, the sweater I was making, I didn't like the pattern or I didn't like the colors I used, so I unraveled it. And now I'm making one and I think I'm gonna like it, but I ran out of yarn almost immediately. So that's happening. So yeah, I remembered that I could crochet because sometimes you get into hobbies and you drop other hobbies and you forget that you're capable of anything else. So I remembered that I was capable of crocheting. So I'm using a 6mm J hook to crochet this and we'll see how it goes. I have more yarn on the way. So that's that hobby. And then I guess the last thing I'll talk about is just my pocket notebook, because I said I was going to talk about that and I never did. So this is really not a time waster, but it's like the opposite. It's something that keeps me on track throughout the day if I want to go near my phone. And if I don't want to go near my phone, I pick this up. Like yesterday, I added that I wanted to add You Gotta Be onto my Bops playlist. I forgot how much I love that song. It was everywhere, like back in the OOs. I think that's when that song came out, but love it, added it. I want to learn how to play it on, or learn the chords so I can play it on my keyboard, on my little plastic piano. And yeah, so I wrote that down. I have that I made brunch. So I made an apple coffee cake that was really yummy. So that happened. I also wrote down that I finished the long walk and what star rating I gave it. Um, and I wrote, hot damn, that was harrowing, because it was. And yeah, so it's just anything that comes to mind and I need to remember. There's also lists like Instagram ideas, books I've read that I don't own that I want to own, like stuff like this. Like I love having this here, wish list. It's just anything I don't have to be too precious with, and I don't care if this gets mucked up. I don't really care. I don't It's a pocket notebook. It's there for notes. So yeah, I love this thing. And its color is indicative of how I feel about it. I feel bright and sunshiny about it, and I love it. So I am a big proponent of grabbing a little pocket notebook if you have one around the house, and just pick it up, take it with you, and use it in place of your phone, just to, you know, have it be your second brain. So this has been quite lovely. And yeah, so I guess this is the end of the days at my desk. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll try to put out more for you guys in the future. So yeah, thanks for watching.